I don't know.
You don't know.
My bed calls and I shan't resist.
It's a thankless job, this.
This place makes my hair stand on end. All this worrying is giving me an achy back.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
I've an awful
ill at
itch
you,
I
dear.
can't seem to find.
Did you just wake up?
All I've got left is my
Set my thoughts.
I just came back from getting something to eat.
Time for you to get to work.
That's cool. I should probably eat something.
All this worrying is giving me an achy back.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
Or would you rather play something else?
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
Nothing else right now, just thinking.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray
Well,
leap! Oh,
There is a lot of stuff for us to do. I can show you how to get started on Worm and take you to my camp. I'll show you how to make a... I'll help you make a wagon and we'll rope 2 horses on it. Or we could play that one strategy game that has co-op that we still ain't got to.
My bed calls and I
Like
shan't
Empire or
resist.
something, I forgot.
What was that? Oh.
Or you could just, you know, we could just chill out for the moment. No rush.
A job well done.
Yeah,
I'm doing
let's,
that too.
Now the next step is to...
let's let you eat.
I gotta finish this tutorial first.
What is this commotion?
I spent the
Perhaps
past
we
4
ought to
hours
investigate.
making the character here.
Why do you spend so long in a character creator queue?
Because when I don't have a lot of tools, and they try to make you think.
I know you like to make abominations, but still. It's so hard and stupid.
I gotta find out if it's a good character.
No,
This
the
a little
He's been awoken.
exaggerated. It's not as good as they claim it is.
You but fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives.
You know?
Get me out of here! Now!
That's enough.
You're most vulnerable in atoning your magics. Take care not to let your nose your genius confirmation. Or should the battle will turn dire, keep in mind that you do have recovery magic. Boulders, barrels, and the like make effective weapons for the clever combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend healing your weapon.
Are you
How
unharmed?
to fight a Medusa monster.
Concerning!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. It is surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe.
Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. That is the only path forward.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul.
kill your dog.
No, no, no. That's my dog.
Don't kill the griffin.
I know. Griffin
I
is-
shot the griffin, those bastards!
I know.
Hey
John,
John, I just fought a giant Medusa snake girl.
John was strangling his dog. I know, John.
I just
Because-
fought a giant Medusa snake girl, John. What do you think about that?
Because the dog just looked at John, peed in his bed, and then was staring down at John. He just had
At this point, if I get about to do something like that,
Pray, keep your distance, Arista. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow.
Like,
A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now was it you then? What is a wonder you survived.
Fucking asshole shot my fucking griffin. I demand vengeance.
You didn't need it, kill a griffin. Really? You don't need a griffin. I guess me and John will play Sengoku. Ow! Kitty. Oh. That John would laugh. I sprayed catnip on
what I...
one of my not one eye.
Oh.
On a we have an inside outside cat that comes in and out. The rest are not allowed to do that.
Hmm.
I sprayed catnip on his tail.
His tail.
Mm-hmm.
I must have loved that for a moment.
It was actually kind of funny. He just kept running, like, whenever his tail touched the ground, he'd smell where it touched the ground, and then he'd start backing up, trying to figure out what was actually making the smell.
Hmm.
He's not the brightest cat in the world.
You should really make some like that too for dogs, though. That would be interesting.
I wouldn't know.
I'm like, one, I give my dog weed, so, but like I always say, it's like us humans. It depends. Sometimes it puts a person to sleep, sometimes it makes them fucking active like a maniac. For some reason, my dogs, both of them, have been active. Whenever I put, literally, when I'd be rolling up a blunt, my dog be staring me down, and he'll look at his ball, look at me, look at his ball. I'd be like, fine, I'll put some in your freaking shit. Nigga will go eat the whole bowl, run around like a fucking madman, and then plop. It's like
Yeah, I
catnip
bet.
how catnips do for cats. Yeah, we does that to dogs. They get real rowdy and then plop. Wherever they stop, just plop. Down they go. Well, that's pity. Great. Give her some weed, she would run around like a fucking madman, and no matter where she be at, she would just doze off. Could be in
Where
the
exactly
bathroom,
is
in the
this jail
tub,
you say
could
was
be in
safe?
the fucking closet,
I've never heard of such a place.
underneath the bed.
Certainly not like that here in Vermont.
Yeah.
Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal?
He just runs around and
That's unlikely. We've been estranged
He has
from
a good
Batal
time.
ever since the war.
he runs
It's
around for a
difficult
while
to
and then
imagine
just
any citizen of Vermont
stops on
being
my
sent
bed and then just like, okay.
Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons,
That
sir.
time during
You'll
that
be
time,
needing
he'd be
it.
chewing on his toys and shit like that, playing with his two toys and not fucking
If
with
you
me
find your
every
strength
time.
flagging, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green wine.
Room right now, he's like in 11. The couch.
When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow.
That's a miracle.
Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. attacks to get the enemy to flinch.
It started raining. It's like,
Ground
"Ah,
attacks
don't
are
die
more
now,
destructive,
rain."
but will leave you vulnerable. So seize your chance to land one the moment the enemy flinches. Do not let yourself be swarmed by enemies in number. Best to draw them away from the horde and pick them off one by one.
He's taking a bath or shower.
Excellent. So when it's raining, it's a shower at that point. You just scrub them down.
Problem is, the coldness of say the rain would be making where I don't even want to be out there for long enough.
All right, in the summer.
You obviously haven't been here long enough in Colorado Springs to even know how it goes in the summer.
Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway?
We're
I've never heard of
bulletproof
such a place.
vests.
There's certainly naught like
You'll be
that
fine.
here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country
I
of
would like to
Qatar?
join you again, but I can't join you at the book.
I suppose
Oh, that's
unlikely.
probably because
Very strange from
you
the Tal
didn't
since
tell
the
me
war.
to
It
remind
is
me
difficult to
that
imagine
I
any
need a
citizen of Vermont being sent
super special secret code.
Oh yeah. I need that super secret special code.
Oh, John, do I have something for you here? See, all you have to do is say, I need a super secret special code.
I thank you for that secret special code.
I wish I remembered about giving you a super secret special code.
And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, do 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 do. You're the one who decided on this, not me. So waiting for it. Nothing. I'm like, so
Yeah, I'm
when-
gonna go make something to eat.
Okay, Q.
uh, I was actually just had YouTube running in the background doing daily volcanoes and infamous eruptions around the world. And they keep talking about fucking Yellowstone and shit like that. And I'm like,
Oh, right, there was that one in Africa.
dude, it's the fucking Ring of Fire. And Yellowstone just takes one good earthquake to. I mean, when I say a good earthquake, I mean, 9 plus right nearby. Just to give a good crack for de-stress and just. Yeah. Explosive release. If you know what I mean when you're taking a shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we'll go. It won't go like a big old boom like it did way yonder because the fact that the caldera for its original has gotten smaller and smaller.
It's also moving.
Yeah, going north.
Yeah, it wants to
If
take
you
a
look
vacation.
at it.
It wants to take a vacation in Canada. That's when it. That's...
If you look at it, it's going north, but it's funny because the fact that our poles are moving too. So
It wants to take a it wants to go off in Canada, you know. It doesn't want to
remember
go off.
the current right now, the North Pole right now is somewhere near let's say here.
Oh, that's gonna suck for the Russians. Their compasses won't work.
Yeah, I'm like we always have polar shifts. It's just the speed at the current one is phenomenal.
Why is there?
This is why we've been getting very, very weird and anomalous weather.
All right, I'm gonna have to kill someone.
Not me, I didn't do it.
Someone keeps putting things they're not supposed to put in the freaking.
Look who's fucking talking, mister. You're the one who usually always mixes everything up.
You know I am. This,
Now since I got you on the hole, it's gotta be there or not. You'd be like, why the I'm like, dude, that's
Hello,
my job.
testing.
My
Take it.
fucking job.
Finally, jeez. Every time I'm gonna do anything with my headphones, I gotta fight the freaking computer about it.
Hmm.
Gotta take 2 rounds in the ring before it decides to let me use the microphone. I had to
Round
restart the
one.
headset 4 times. Like, physically
Mm.
turn it off and turn it back on. The disable method didn't work this time.
I'm gonna blame Q for this. It's always Q. Someone just dumped all of our like a bunch of supplies into general storage instead of it being in
I didn't do that. I did not touch storage, Seth. I didn't touch
There's-
anything, actually. I specifically did not touch shit.
there's fish in general storage.
I didn't fish, Seth. I didn't fucking fish. You see me with
But
the
I had-
fucking fishing rod, you bitch?
Yes, I
Hey.
did.
Hey.
That was someone
I got
else.
a theory about that, man.
I do have a theory too. I'm 99% sure that it's the NPCs, but I'm just gonna blame
Yeah,
Q
that's what I'm
anyways.
thinking too. I'm like, I have a theory it's the NPCs doing it all the time.
Yeah,
We
John.
keep separating and they're just throwing it in there.
John, I fully believe it is the NPCs, but for this narrative, it's gonna be Q.
You are such a fucking boy.
Ah, Q can take it.
Alright.
Right, Q?
What?
Yes. See?
I need more paper.
I said
Man, I'm tired of people's stupid ass hot fucking takes. I can't just watch a freaking YouTube video of someone making some stupid ass bullshit remark. They don't make stuff like this anymore. Like, yes, they make plenty of shit. You're just too fucking blind because you're too busy putting yourself in your fucking nihilistic bubble. Just hanging around in echo chambers, being like, yeah, you're right, buddy, you're right. You don't even fucking look past your nose. Am I wrong, Seth? Yes, I'm very wrong.
there's something past my nose.
I just opened the wrong fucking bag. I was trying to open this can of
Hold on.
chili.
John, is there something past your nose?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Dude, I'm in such a... I'm starting to
Well, I
become
could
a... I'm just getting to the point to where I got no patience for people. I'm afraid I'm losing some of my humble nature. Because I just want to be fucking appreciated for once.
Alright, so, John, me and you are going to go on an NPC hunt, and whoever's the one that's doing it, he's going to be executed. We're gonna build a hangman's noose, and we're just gonna execute him.
But why would they do that? Maybe it's because the fish is not cooked. Maybe that's why.
It's a bunch of things. It's fish, there's firewood, there's,
What's wrong with firewood being in general storage? That's where it's supposed to be, ain't it?
no, it's supposed to be in log storage.
But it's not a log.
I thought that too, but bamboos also goes into there. It's
Well, if
very
the NPC don't put it in there, then it don't belong there, right?
weird. That's charcoal even goes into it. Look, Q, I don't pretend to know. If apparently if it has wood fibers, it belongs in wood storage. That's all I know.
Could you imagine the horror of dealing with like sharpened bamboo and you like get cut? It's like, oh god.
Me and my brothers used to hit each other with bamboo.
Was it sharpened bamboo where it can like literally fucking kill you?
No, it was bamboo, but you whacked each other with it and it snapped. He was contemplating that the wisdom of this decision.
No. No. I mean, I've came across some stuff that seemed kind of like bamboo as a kid, but that flimsy stuff ain't the same.
Oh, it was bamboo. It was growing by the river. It was tall.
Seth, remember, I grew up in a forest. I know what you're talking about. There's stuff that resembles bamboo. I don't know if I don't know how, I don't know what it's called, but I've came across some things like that too. I came across thin ones and thicker ones, but from what I've read about bamboo, they're not the same. They're not as strong. I could be wrong. Maybe you're right, which you probably are. And I'm not necessarily, well, I don't mean wrong, because I'm not making a statement to be wrong about. But what I'm trying to say is, are you sure it's bamboo? You say it is, but I'm just curious. Because I've come across some things that seemed like bamboo, but they kind of weren't.
It was about the size of a. It's about its thickness was about the size of about the size of like a person's arm.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's usually from a bamboo tree.
Yeah, that sounds about right, about size.
Maybe that thickness, usually a bamboo tree. And it don't
grew.
snap. They're usually very tough.
Oh yeah.
Especially after you dry them for a while.
Yeah, this was fresh. Anyways, we also the thing was is you were supposed to stop that, hitting each other by blocking it with another piece of bamboo. So that also what was happening.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. When you're pole trunning, usually you go wrong.
There's this picture on the internet.
Your master by one too. So good luck.
There's this picture on the internet that stumps me into this day. Would you rather have the perfect stone? Shows a picture of this perfectly smooth, surrounded stone. Or the perfect stick, and it's a stick that looks like it's a sword. Quite the conundrum, eh? Quite the conundrum, eh?
Alright, John, fire
I'm
Q
from
out of that.
Canada, Mexico.
Fire Q out of that special cannon, John.
I fly up in the air.
Wait, we have a special cannon?
Yeah, it's I borrowed it from the Navy.
We call it the piccolo cannon. I don't know why.
They just called it the space cannon, and they just sit here.
They just sit here. So you're a freaking maniac, man.
And hey, John knows what I'm talking about. It's a
The food bank got me. They brought some shredded cheese.
Dude, what through my mind goes, so there's the death laser, and then you got the railgun.
No, this is from just after World War
You talking about that laser they used to detonate missiles?
It's made by welding several 16-inch guns together.
Yeah, no, you can keep that.
Wait a minute, what about...
You can keep that as it is. I don't want
Wait, Seth, what about
I don't want to hear it going off.
What about that big-ass German gun?
No, this one's bigger. This gun, when it fires, Q...
well, what about the V3 gun?
No.
You don't know about the V3 gun? You don't remember that?
Yeah, I know.
That big-ass gun that goes up the side of a mountain, the barrel is so long?
I know about it.
Yeah, and it can shoot. It's an intercontinental ballistic weapon.
Yes, this one will lob something into space.
In theory, of course. Something
no.
small enough. It's got to be small enough, Seth. It'll just lob anything.
It's a 16-inch round that will lob into space.
Yeah, exactly. Not anything bigger.
No, not anything bigger. It's a 16-inch
Too much air
round.
resistance.
Yeah, it's a 16-inch round, and which Q is massive, by the way.
That's the same scam that those fucking spin launcher dudes tried to spin.
Q. This was also back before they had before the U.S. was launching anything into space.
I know, Seth.
They were using it to test re-entry vehicles and a few other things.
Mm-hmm. Because they can simulate re-entry without having actual re-entry.
Yeah. And they recover it. It also sent like atmosphere probes up.
Mm-hmm. It's like Kerbal at the beginning whenever you're like sending shit up and just making it come back down for testing, except without the rocket motor. They're just using a massive gun, which is awesome.
Near the end, they were
awesome, dude.
Near the end, they were attaching rocket motors to it for a boost. Great.
Well, I mean, we made some shells that have little boosters on them like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the M55 Sheridan. It shoots a little rocket. Which is modeled in War Thunder. It's a guided rocket. The Sturm Tiger fired a rocket too. Out its gun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Project Harp.
Don't you be harping on me now.
There you go, Q. You can look at that image and you can tell me what you think about the nice little pretty gun.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
For your communist brain, it was a 410 millimeter round. It go boom.
It doesn't really help me a lot though. I don't have a lot to compare that to. All I know is that 380 millimeters is good for a battleship. That's all I know offhand.
It was able to launch 111 miles straight up.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Or 180 kilometers.
Alright, you lost me.
You. Alright, well, whatever.
I think to reach orbit you have to get like, what, 500 kilometers?
I have
or 15?
no idea. All I know is apparently it was the highest altitude projectile for a launch shot of a gun.
Well, its entire existence is to point and shoot upwards. It was built for that. Of course it'd be the best at it. Of course it'd be the best. You're pointing it up at the sky. And everything. It's almost as if it was made for that.
Well, I mean, no one else matched it.
It was snowing outside today. It was awesome.
No one else matched its stupidness. Why did you fire that gun straight up in the air?
I mean, I helped Sean make a cart. There's a picture of a cart. We roped a horse on it.
Why did you?
And we could level the terrain and make a house. It was winter on that server yesterday, but today it's spring apparently. So, ain't that nice?
So every day is a season.
No.
Every 2 days.
I don't know how long it is.
Every 3 days.
I just know seasons.
4.
I know seasons happen.
25. Bananas. No, sorry. That was an oopsie on my part. Kid, do you know why they used a 16-inch barrel?
Hmm.
Because they had a bunch of them because of the battleships. So they just welded like 2 or 3 together in a straight line.
I'm sure they had to make more adjustments than that because you're just gonna have constant depreciation over distance. It's just gonna loop.
It's in a straight line. Also, they did the German thing. There's like powder charges in each of the little in parts of it. I
No,
think. I think.
what I'm
Huh?
saying,
What?
what I'm saying is that they would have to modify the barrels because barrels over a distance get smaller. The diameter closes. So what you'd have to do is cut the barrel off at a certain point before attaching it to the next barrel to keep it consistent.
Mm.
It would take a lot more work than just welding them together.
Oh, it holds the record of being the longest big bored artillery piece in the world. 116 feet long.
Alright, what are you doing in Sengoku now?
What are you doing?
I was I don't know, man. I want to do stuff, but at the same time, I'm a little. I was wanted to kind of try to mess with something else. Anyways, I gotta get the chili out the microwave. Cocaine in a can, baby.
Oh, well, you. This gun had muzzle velocities that would make the Germans blush.
Look if I know. I'm not.
6,750 feet per second? Feet per second.
Who?
6,750 feet per second.
Cool.
He doesn't know what that means. I have to give it to him in communist units. Look it up. Communist
That's
units.
7 tigers. The tiger using the APHE ballistic cap shell is like about 1,000.
The only thing I do know, Q, is whenever that thing fires,
Everyone knows.
yeah, everyone knows. And if it was pointed at a Tigger, the Tigger would it instantly experience what it's like to be turned inside out. If it just doesn't actually just go through it, but no.
It'll if it did just go through it, it'll bring most of it with it. Like we're talking about a devastating round here. I mean, look what the Bismarck. When the Bismarck hit the hood, if it did not detonate the ammo rack, it would have sunk anyway. Because the impact of the damage of that massive shell, like the only 3 witnesses that survived all testified that that shell went right over the first shot. The first 2 shells went right over their head, and it was fucking massive, and it knocked them over from the wind of it passing over them.
Isn't like the Bismarck like Bismarck's not that big of a gun.
It's bigger than it's big enough. Anyways, when it hit the Bismarck, yeah, shit blew up, but it basically split the ship in half. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it sank in seconds. And you know what's and while it was sinking, the last part of it while it was sinking, the main gun was sticking up out of the water, out of the hood. Um, just before the gun submerged under the water while it was sinking, it got one last shot off. Like
Yeah,
like the nose was straight up in the sky as it was sinking down.
yeah, it only had a 15-inch gun.
Doesn't matter, Seth. The hood's a cruiser.
That's true. The
Battleships are made to fight cruisers.
it would have been a different story if something like an Iowa was there. Then
Well,
the Bismarck wouldn't have been the biggest girl there.
no, it would have been a slug match, but still.
Yeah.
Of course,
it
the
would've been-
Iowa would have the advantage because most of its radar would still be working.
Yeah, because
And the Iowa. See, here's the thing: the Bismarck was made before America made the Iowa, and you know what that means? Iowa has more recent technology,
the American fire control was very good.
especially at that point in the war.
What was the first Iowa? Actually, when was the first Iowa? Because Iowa was technically developed before the war.
Yeah, well, so was the 262. So was the ME-262. So was the B-17. The point being, the typical Iowa that we know of would have had a definite advantage. Now, the Iowa we know of was obviously not going to be the same Iowa that first rolled out. That's just how it goes.
Actually,
I mean, we tried to replace the B-17 so fast we were breaking our necks because it was way under, it was way below the how do I put it?
it was
When you
ordered
put out a new vehicle and it's getting just obliterated en masse, you need something better.
heck you. By the way, it was laid down 1930, and
Yeah, fucking figures.
I mean 1940. It was laid down 1940, ordered 1939.
Right. Big Bismarck was finished around that time, I think.
And it was
Oh, yeah,
launched
boy.
42.
Yeah. When was the Bismarck finished? I think it was around. I remember there was a christening service before World War II started. So it had to have been around 39, right?
Oh wow, she's actually she was built between 36 and 41, but she was commissioned in 1940.
Mm-hmm.
And she sunk
43, I think. Or 42.
41. She was commissioned August 24th, 1940, and then sunk May 20th.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that adds up. Yeah, I forgot because I had this stuff memorized for the longest. Did I mention that I did not get a lot of sleep today? I only slept maybe 6 hours, and that's being generous because I woke up every 30 minutes.
Its sister ship Turpis lasted longer, although the British didn't leave it alone.
You
But
know
it lasted
why it
longer.
lasted longer? They beached it. They did. They put it up into a harbor in like Norway or some shit. Not even a harbor. It was just like this area surrounded by mountain, and then they made a man-made sandbar underneath it, and then built these giant ass pegs and pegged it into the ground.
That didn't stop the British.
Nope, they tried. They tried the entire war until they finally cracked it.
1944 is when they sunk it.
Yeah, that's basically the entire war, Seth.
November
As
12th.
far as Germany goes, the war practically ended for them. D-Day plus 20 or something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. February 25th is when it was commissioned. 1941. It was sunk November 12th, 1944. But it was pretty much out of the war. It was pretty much out of the war before then, as we both know.
Yeah, and the funny thing about the Tirpitz is it was actually an upgrade compared to the Bismarck.
Yeah, they probably fixed that fire control problem.
But they also reinforced the deck.
Yeah, I kind of figured they'd have fixed the issue if the guns fired, it severed fire control cables.
Well, it was more among the issue of the air blast wave would take out the rear radar.
Yeah, I know. That's what I basically, yeah.
Yeah, but it would interfere. Well, it was because it was during a test firing, and they didn't get to fix it yet. Basically, they were pushed out to go do their duty a little too fast, you know. And that's part of why all that shit was such a hazard, you know. And they were returning because they sprung a leak. Fuel. I'll let you deal with that, Seth.
Why is there a wolf in the middle of your village, Q?
I don't know. I just got here. I didn't build it.
All right. Well, John, obviously Q's not doing his duty as a keeper of this land.
I haven't been. You haven't handed it over to me officially yet. I just showed up and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be yours." I'm like, okay.
Q's a terrible leader. I mean, look at these people.
I just got here. It's like, oh yeah, we built a house for you, and all you gotta do is make sure that you clean the pipe or something. And I just get there, and you're like, oh no, the pipe sprung a leak. You're a bad leader. It's like, I just got here.
Yep, obviously it's Q's fault. Everything. Q just burnt everything to the ground. Oh well, we tried.
Shut the fuck
Have him
up.
executed.
I know. I'm joking.
You're disgracing me, boy.
John's taking it personally.
John, let me just tell you what happened as a joke. Oh, I was walking in Q's village. A wolf spawned right in front of me, and started trying to kill me. So I
watched, by the way.
So I immediately just blamed Q for not keeping his village clean.
I didn't see it spawn, but I was watching him getting attacked by the wolf, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's quite funny.
So Q was a failure because he didn't.
I think you can handle it.
He wasn't keeping his village safe.
I just got here.
Because he wasn't keeping his village safe, I was just making fun of him.
He said, come here.
I refuse. I'm trying to get rid of stuff in my inventory.
I need to give you a shave. I mean, I need to give you a little shave, Seth. You haven't shaved in a while.
I wonder, is it because Q's village doesn't... No, there was fish.
Damn, Seth, you didn't even see what I did. You didn't even get the joke.
No, I have a bunch of water in my inventory that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm desperately looking for anywhere that has,
Then build more.
I refuse.
I pulled up to you, Seth, and I pulled out the katana. And I said, hey, Seth, I think you need a little shave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm rubber banding so bad.
John, are you rubber banding? Hello?
Lag.
There's a lot of lag.
I was teleporting around. I'm good now. It's fine now, so. I was just warning you because I thought it was going to get worse, but it didn't.
Little lag.
Well, I think I know what the problem is. No.
Ninja! So, John, in Dragon's Dogma 2, you can rip off the Medusa snake monster's head and use it as a weapon. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you can use its freezing eyes. So that
That's
everybody
what
can
we
have nice
figured.
cold drinks. Of stone.
That's what we figured. I wonder where you end up getting iron sand at.
Somebody made a, this funny British guy made a YouTube video that says how to get perfect head from Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
Expertly worded.
I figured.
And there's some secrets using the Medusa head. Like, you can win certain boss fights that are, like, really hard to do in, like, moments. Like, there's this thing where this giant-ass Titan shows up, and you can end the fight early if you just blast it with the Medusa head. So the funny British guy said
Mm-hmm.
was doing a quest where the guy wants you to start a fight with a griffin and draw it out long enough so he can sketch it, you know, and draw it.
Uh-huh.
Well, the British guy used the Medusa head on it, and the artist guy is like, "Hey, you just did that. That'll give me plenty of time." And the funny British guy was calling the griffin George. He's like, "I hope George don't mind being stuck like that for a little while." Laugh!
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm back. I had a bad sneeze come up. Sorry about that.
Oh, I just killed a pirate and their body just rolled down the hill. quite comically.
Oh, like the rats from Oblivion.
Sure.
Anyway, sorry
Yeah.
about that sneeze, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out where you get iron sand from.
Iron.
All right. Well, Q's
You could try looking for a black beach.
yeah, that's more helpful. It's gonna suck if it turns out you have to put like a some mining people down to do it, because that would be impossible without putting a civilization. I mean, a town here, which would suck.
Holy crap, the guy flew. He flewed. So, shoot, I was going to tell you about something. What was it?
We can't make masterwork items without iron sand. No.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I found
remember
it.
now. Remember that Thunderfoot video? I think it's Thunderfoot. Where he was using a remote controlled plane to fly over the beach. And it would crash because there was an iron content in the sand. And the wind would have it up in the air. And it would get caught in the plane's engine and lock it up. Interesting, right?
Uh-huh. I like this game's idea of collecting iron sand, by the way.
Oh, what's that?
With a pickaxe and not a shovel.
Uh-huh. That'd be weird.
You would also need a sift.
Yeah. But first you need a shovel to at the very least put it in a wheelbarrow to get it to a sift. A freaking pickaxe.
Yeah. My grandpa used to have an old mining pan that I play with once in a while. And then there's a very fine, like, filter thing.
By the way, it's in the swamp where you get it. It's not on the beach, it's on a swamp.
Mm.
Let's continue ignoring. He may not get a masterwork hammer. I'll give him a masterwork something.
Give him a masterwork boner.
I'm more surprised Q hasn't tried to have a kid in the game.
Well, I gotta build a house.
And build a house.
A meeting.
Like, you have a lot of land to build a
I was also in the mood to play some stuff. Kind of wanted to take a little break from this.
we take a break, we're never coming back, Q. You know this. Mm-hmm.
We cycle back to stuff before. The only reason why you don't come back to it is because you end up with a mild case of burnout. And you know I'm right. Nice house, John. What you doing?
Looking for a place to bury a body.
Right, I'm gonna let him do that.
No, Q, you gotta stay with him for a reason.
Like what? I want to build a.
Yeah, you need to build yourself a house.
Well, I'm gonna build a fence and stuff first. Try to, try to build a fence. I'm a little scared that John will not.
Oh, Q. Wait a minute, now you're doing stuff now.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna take you to the onsen.
What's that?
The onsen. Hot springs.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna let you do your thing. I got my thing I gotta
Can
do
I bring
now.
my girlfriend?
No.
What about my wife?
No.
What about my girlfriend and my wife?
No, you can't bring anything. You know, you bring yourself, and that's barely. They barely let you bring you. Which is very sad.
Besides Seth, it's not like we have so many games we could play, so it's not like it's gonna. It's gonna be fine.
I just want to complete this game.
Yeah, I do too. It's just, you guys, things have kind of moved on without me a little bit, and I'm not as invested as I was when we started. as a result.
You didn't show up a few
Well,
times.
I mean, think about it like this. Oh, I'm gonna play my Legend of Zelda game. Well, somebody comes in after you because you're taking a nap, and then progresses your save, and then you come back, and it's either you continue that save, or whatever. You know what I mean? Think about it that
Mhm.
way. You're gonna not feel quite as invested in what your experience, are you?
I know.
That's part of why I wait on you guys, because I want to do it with you. I don't always get the same courtesy. Sometimes I do, but I don't realize it. Because I'm like, why isn't nobody bringing the game back up? And it's like, because you were waiting on me to bring it up, but you didn't tell me.
Hooray! But you have your own town, which you can be invested in. It's kind of just base started.
Yeah.
This little town and grow. And it's like 99. A lot of the times, all the people are just assigned to farms or
Why put a
random
gate
uses.
down? I don't know.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did my job here. I'm out. Bye.
You better strap a very large ball and chain to John. Just keep him from running away, because he will just run away.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about you or nothing, Seth. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm dipping on that one. Bye. Have fun.
I
Why
just
are
have
you
too many
dipping?
Enjoy the town I
problems.
built for you.
I can't go out and buy fast food every other day to solve my problem, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn how to, like, cook stuff with vegetables and stuff. I can't afford to go out and buy stuff. You could probably afford it more because you can drive yourself, but I don't get that opportunity. I also haven't had years to save up, but I'm still fighting over the back pay that I'm owed.
Okay.
I make just enough to pay my rent and everything, and to try to plan out $200 to $300 worth of groceries. Maybe. So as a result, I get in this mental slog to where I feel like I got nothing to eat all the time because I feel like I have to save food all the time, you know? Because I'll buy stuff, but then I'll see it start going down, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not even halfway through the month, you know? And then I
Mm-hmm.
panic. But in reality, I actually have a little bit more than I think I do. I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing with it, you know? Like right
Mm-hmm.
now, I have a pound of hamburger meat in the freezer, and I have hamburger helper in the thing. That's like a meal or a meal and a half. That'll have me set for about half a day or a day. And the problem with that is I'm not confident. I don't remember how to make the damn thing. And my recent attempts at making it have turned out to be slop, been crap.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, and it's just been a combination of that, just stuff just building up, you know. There's no gate I could put down, is there? Hey, what the hell?
What?
What happened to that fence I just spent the past 10 minutes? What the fuck?
Probably because you haven't built it yet.
No, I built it and then it vanished and then it just reappeared.
Oh, okay. So it's possessed. Got it.
Yeah, I spent the 5 minutes running up and down the thing, hammering each individual segment,
Hmm.
which was a pain in the ass. Apparently, yeah, see, it vanished again. What the fuck?
It take out your hammer. Does it vanish whenever you take out your hammer?
I always had my hammer out. I don't know. It's like when either I step on the road or I go into the build menu. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I kind of there's a lot of stuff that I want to play with you, Seth. I hope you don't mind about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was messing around with a trial version of the Sons of the Forest, and I was thinking it'd be pretty cool to see what we could put together.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an airplane mod where you can fly around in an airplane, which I thought was really cool. You know, I get
Mm-hmm.
fascinated about twisting games into ways they're not normally. You know, because there's like a hand glider in the game supposedly, but there's no airplane. That makes me curious. You know, like yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but that makes it funner. You know, more fun. Makes it funner, gunner. And I know I can't always name off every game that we could be doing, but we could always figure it out, you know? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I have a crap ton of games, and you probably don't even have some of them. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to try with you that I've been waiting for a very... And there's a lot of things that we've had on the back burner because of your internet for so long, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it really means a lot to me. You know?
Yeah. Dang, leather's expensive.
Mhm.
It also frustrates me that I am not... My health is not very stable. It's incredibly frustrating. Because I end up having to cancel most of my plans for the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks, especially when I have an appointment. You know, I have yet to actually see a PCP. Every time I make an appointment, I get sick. You know?
You know, for doctors, that's very strange to cancel an appointment when you're sick.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know. But whenever you tell them that, it probably confuses the fire out of them.
Yeah, well.
What? You're never going because you're sick? What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But you know,
That's what we're.
that leads into what's causing me to get sick. Stress. If I'm stressed, which my room is kind of a mess. It reflects the turmoil I'm dealing with. I try to clean, but then I get dizzy. I'm gonna have to get like a nurse or something. Help me.
They're called a caretaker.
And then there's the you know, and I gotta eat well and sleep well. I've not been sleeping the best. Even whenever I go to sleep early because I'm tired, I still end up not always fully sleeping enough. I'll have like a stress dream. A dream that's very stressful. I wake up stressed. Like, I'm just having a bit of trouble having a peace of mind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of things I want to take care of that I've been on the back burner. I'm worried, you know? Sometimes I'm scared. Like, I don't know what I'm going to eat the next day. I don't know what I can put together, you know? Cause like
Mm-hmm.
I have carrots. I could like make a stew, but I don't know how to do that. And then I try to look it up, and it just don't turn out the way I want it. Blech. And then I get upset because I'm wasting food, or I spent the money, and the money went to waste. kidding me? Oh, of course.
What?
The hammer
Who's
broke,
kidding?
so I thought, oh, I'll just make another one. It says you have no space in inventory. And I'm like, what? How? And I was like, oh, right. The equip slot doesn't count as an inventory slot.
Nope. Actually, I love that part of this game, but it's also very infuriating
I
sometimes.
like it. Yeah, I like it. It's just hard to keep track of what's what if it,
It's like, oh, oh yeah, right. The inventory. I count the equipped slots as an inventory slot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. I just bought a whole bunch of iron. Where did it all go?
John got hungry.
Yeah.
John hungry.
I was just thinking like, I was trying to make some steel, and I was like, oh right, we don't have any iron. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some. And then I was like, wait a minute, I just bought a whole bunch of it.
Why would you do that when there's a mine right at Q's town?
Because
I was getting sick of Nordic not having space for anything, so I offered to fucking just buy the hard drive for him.
What did he say?
I told him to follow up with me about it, and he didn't. So he was very passive about it.
So normal Nordic.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, that was.
I don't see any. John's here too. Quickly, John, steal everything from Q's special cave. Ignore the people tied up in his dungeon.
Hey, I didn't make that dungeon. Who are those people?
I don't know.
This is your town.
Mm.
This is your dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I tried to pull up Walmart to look up the hard drive, and it says we're having technical issues, and it has a cat that bit through a cable.
Oh my.
John, why are you so deep underground? I don't know. John's finding Q's secret dungeon.
I didn't. I want to see that secret dungeon. I didn't even know I had one. Secret to me. Secret to everybody.
As far as it goes.
Shit. Anyways, I got that 12 terabyte hard drive that arrived yesterday. So
that's good.
I was gonna install it today, but I was gonna get bored trying to install it, so I tried asking the neighbor if he'd come by, and he's like, "No." See, I'm like, "Ah, shit." I also gotta fix the hard drive that's already in there.
I did show you how you put it in, right?
You gave me an idea.
I gave you a picture of how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but we're stuck on the part where I have to pull the tray out to check to see if the screws are there that you were talking about. Still haven't confirmed that. Because I've been have to turn off my computer, stop everything I'm doing and or want to do, and then I have to go around the table, slide the computer very carefully with just enough space to try to reach my hand in there. Yeah, I don't have access from multiple sides as easily like you. My computer's up against the wall. Because I didn't want it sitting on the floor anymore where I could walk from the bathroom and actually drop water on it. Or, it sucks up all the hair and dust and shit from the floor,
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be against the wall, which in order to have the power button facing me and the plugs facing the proper side so they can connect to the power, the side that you have to take off to service the hard drives is against the wall as well.
I wouldn't recommend going in there, John.
You
No,
got lost.
really?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Kabaya.
It's just where Q keeps all the women of the village.
Yes.
Right.
I keep them hidden. Hi, Steph. Hi, dear.
I like how Q didn't come visit us in the cave. He's just like, he looks at it and goes, nope.
That's about right. I also alt-tabbed. I'm kind of sore. Since I was kind of out of service for a few months, I'm a little upset because I'm a little out of shape,
Mm-hmm.
Also, my stomach's starting to hurt. Which means I'm probably going to have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be right back.
He's gonna commit some war crimes against this toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Q's toilet screams Geneva Convention.
I don't want to think about it. I'll just be this beautiful, lovely shot of this beautiful town that John's put together. Masterful at work. And I'll return shortly, covered in sweat, tears, a little bit of blood, crying, and full of
Sad.
pain.
If you're looking for the forge, it's right here.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I was after something else.
Uh-huh.
I put my iron sand inside that thingy.
It.
It takes forever in a day.
Mahogany. Yes, and I can't do anything family-wise until the next season, so.
No. I can't do any. I mean, I'm gonna start trying to craft some things. Also, I need to get some guys, some of the unemployed guys, probably working on a bridge. We need fruit logs.
Mm-hmm.
okay, John?
Yeah. Which won't be done until next season. I have nothing to do until next season.
I see. Do you want to go looking for temples? I'm trying to figure out where the what do you call it is. A map. To actually figure it all out so we could just walk there.
User entered your channel.
Who's here?
Nordic.
Oh, hello, Nordic.
How's it going?
Good.
I just got back. I'm so drained. I was in torture. I was in so much pain. I'm tired now. I mean, of course I was going to be tired.
Segai is where we need to go.
I struggled so hard. Hey John, did you build a mansion out here?
You assign this person to a home. There you go.
I'm trying to figure out what this place is. It's a forge.
Mm-hmm.
What was that other thing that I was going crazy?
Okay. And what's new?
I think I'm gonna get off. I'm feeling really tired. I'm gonna help Nordic make a cart if he's up for it, and then I'll go to bed or lay down and watch you guys. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I was in so much pain, I was just panic searching anything on my phone just to distract me from it. You know?
I guess.